It's the Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. There's Dave Cackley. Welcome to Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all kind of running together.
Feeling good. You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm trying to think if I have anything of
value to add.
Not even value. I mean, this is all pretty much just a throwaway anyway. Blank. Nothing. I'm pulling up nothing there. What do you got?
Well, Max had a band concert last night that I watched on YouTube.
Oh, did you?
I forgot about it.
That's being there.
I forgot he had one. Well, I was still there. I was there both in spirit and virtually. So,
Did Max follow in his father's footsteps when it came to musical instruments?
No, he went he's going bass clarinet because he couldn't cut it as a saxophone player. But he likes it.
Saxophone?
No, well, I was a trumpet player.
Oh, trumpet.
Or cornet.
Cornet.
Yes.
Oh,
I didn't actually ever play the trumpet. Oh, you're so funny. Oh, you're so funny. Funny joke. Oh, that was so funny. You're so clever.
Well, that's,
Seriously, you going to open up for Carrot Top? That would be awesome. You got a Vegas deal brewing, I'm sure. That's impressive. You gonna use props though? You shouldn't, because you can't open for a prop comic as a prop comic. Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
And so I met Carrot Top. He's weird.
Yeah, of course he's weird.
He's like next level weird. Creepy weird. It's like, oh, Carrot Top.
Was this once he started? Was this post workout Carrot Top, or was it skinny Carrot Top?
No, it was muscle bound Carrot Top.
Oh, okay, so he was really,
it was just awkward. He was at the Frohenthal, and I don't know if I went out and said a few words before the show, or I can't really remember, but it was just. It was like meeting somebody from a horror movie. And then he goes out and tells jokes and throws stuffed animals all over the stage. It was just weird. And to meet celebrities over the years and things like that, it just becomes commonplace, right? And other people kind of, oh, you met this guy, you met that guy, and all that kind of stuff. It's like, yeah, I did. And it's cool, but after a while, the novelty wears off. And until you meet some big ones, I mean, meeting astronauts is really something to think about and remember. Meeting Carrot Top was just weird.
Okay. Here's the thing, because Carrot Top's never been I love stand-up comedy. I consider myself somewhat of an aficionado of the art form. I have a high level of respect.
An enthusiast.
Yes, 100%. Carrot Top's never been my thing. At the same time, I got a lot of respect for a guy who's been doing it as long as he's had.
You can't argue it.
He's always kind of the butt of the jokes. Even among comedians,
right?
There's kind of and I think there's a lot of jealousy there too, because of the fact he's been able to carve out a very successful career. He's worth a ton of money.
I can't argue any of that.
But at the same time, I get it. He is odd. He is weird. And again, it's not my type of comedy, but I respect anybody who does it and has been able to finagle a long, successful career.
Huge.
So kudos to Carrot Top.
Kudos to Carrot Top. And as you were
always the butt of the joke.
As you were going through your description, it dawned on me what it felt like to be around Carrot Top. Do you remember the Tweety cartoon when Tweety drank the potion and turned into?
Oh yeah, and then Sylvester. Yes, that's
what it's like looking Carrot Top in the eye close up. It's kind of like.
So what you're saying is Carrot Top's a monster. That's what you're saying.
I'm not saying that necessarily. I'm just saying there's a feel to that. Like I expected to find this jovial And all comics are basically dark, evil people underneath everything anyway.
Not evil, but there is a darkness. There are things that have happened.
Right.
Typically, for a good portion, not all. Like
right.
Seinfeld doesn't seem to have any of that, but a lot of them, yeah. There's a lot of just darkness there.
It's like, you know what? I'm going to pull all this stuff out of this case, but I could throw you in this case too.
Yeah. Yeah, there is yes. To some of them, there always has been that.
Yeah.
Little, and you never, because you never know. You just don't know.
Yeah.
Some guys you'd be shocked. Like I remember when we interviewed Bill Bellamy years ago, and he was a funny guy. He was an interesting dude.
I like Bill.
And he was very light. He kept it very. He was one of those comics who comes in and you interview him and he kind of just wants to he half is doing an interview and half kind of doing his act.
Yep.
Which and that's the other thing, because you feel like some of these guys always feel like they need to be on.
Yep.
For whatever reason, instead of just having like a normal conversation and trying to get to know how somebody is, they kind of want to put on a show, and I understand that, but there's always it always feels like, especially if you're dealing with a stand-up, they're like they're hiding something.
I'll tell you, my favorite comics to work with over the years. Tommy Chong has been awesome. Mm-hmm. I mean, and we're talking 20 plus years knowing Tommy Chong here.
Yeah,
great guy. He was coming to do my show in Muskegon the night they put out the warrant for his arrest for the bongs. Did you know?
Oh,
that?
You know what? I think I remember. Yeah. I remember you.
Tommy Chong was great. Yeah. I loved Robert Schimmel. Robert Schimmel. Great guy.
That guy. Oh man.
I really liked. I liked Bobcat Goldthwait. Always Bobcat.
Underrated. Bobcat was underrated as a stand-up. Because he went on to become a producer and director.
Larry the Cable Guy is really cool to work with. Who else have I really got? And over the years, you just get Michael Winslow was cool. The voice guy from Police Academy.
Police Academy, yeah.
Louis Anderson was really nice and accommodating, but you could tell he was in and out quick. He didn't really want to engage. Kevin, I got to go back. Kevin
Pollak?
Kevin Pollak.
Kevin Pollak.
God,
yeah.
What a great guy.
Really good. My God. That guy, great stand-up, impressionist. There's a story he told about, it was about, because he was in A Few Good Men.
Yeah.
And they did a scene, like Nicholson wasn't there, and they needed somebody to voice Nicholson's lines. It was like off camera.
Yeah.
And he did it so well, like nobody there you couldn't decipher which one was when you heard it again, which one was him or which one was Nicholson, because it was so spot on. Yeah. But I love Kevin Pollak.
We had him at a KLQ thing way back when, and at the time I was working at the Comedy Den. So the level of engagement I got to have with Kevin Pollak was like uncharted. You just I could spend the whole weekend with him. And he got done with one of his sets at the Comedy Den, and I'm like, "So, grumpier old man." I said, "Tell me honestly, how is it kissing Daryl Hannah?" He goes, "Well," "I'd wish it on anybody, to be honest with you."
Didn't he have a love? I think he had a makeout scene with the former supermodel Naomi Campbell.
Ooh.
In another movie.
I didn't know about that one.
Little kind of squirrely Kevin Pollak gets, and these were women at the apex of their careers at the time.
Yeah.
Daryl Hannah and Naomi Campbell. So, yeah,
he cut me a Radio Ideas Columbo one time. Excuse me, gee, I hate to bother you, but you listening to Andy O'Reilly over here? I played that thing a million times.
That's great.
Great dude.
That is, oh man, that's awesome.
All right, fun stroll down Comedy Lane. Do us some news.
All right, let's get into it. Consumer prices rose again in January. The CPI 6.4% last month. Egg prices jumped 70%. Flour's up 20%. However, the price hikes have actually begun to shrink the past 7 months. That is indicating kind of a softening of inflation. Again, it's still going up every month. It's going up, but it's just we're not seeing the astronomical rises we were seeing earlier. So that's a positive sign.
If you want
to take a positive out of a negative, there you go. Your thought.
My thought is this: I've been watching social media for weeks, and the resounding sound of these goddamn eggs are too much, right? Mm-hmm. I have yet to see anybody come on Facebook and go, I can't believe the price of Marlboro Reds.
Yeah, of
not
course.
Once. Not ever.
No, because we're not addicted to eggs. We're addicted to nicotine. That's why.
And the reality of it is this.
A smoker is going to pay whatever the price.
Dude, I know.
You could make cigarettes $50 just for a one little container, and they're gonna buy it because
I know
it's a drug and they're addicted. That's
You're
all
talking
you need
to
to
an
know
addict.
about that.
I get it.
Yeah, there you go.
But at the end of the day, a 3-egg omelet still costs you about $1 if they're charging you $5 for a dozen eggs.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean,
these were things that were cheap. But it is. Again, it's something we've always dealt with over the years. The price of everything goes up, but wages aren't really going up in a commensurate fashion. So that's an issue. So it's one of those things where, again, there are a lot of people who can't decipher the difference between their wants and their needs as well. You got to cut back on your wants and, kind of amplify your needs and go that route for now and for the foreseeable future. Again, it's all about you see it's a problem. Now you can bitch about it because it is a problem and it's worthy of being bitched about. It is. I'm not diminishing that at all, but at the same time, it's on you to adjust. I've said the same thing about the economy. You're having a hard time at your job. You want you might have to get another one, or you might have to do so. You might have to get a side hustle. You gotta adjust. You can bitch, moan, and sob and complain all you want, and it may even be justifiable. But at the end of the day, you got to take care of you. You got to take care of family members. So you do what you got to do, and you will actually be better for it. You really will. You don't think you will because it sucks and it's painful. But you will be better off.
Look at my jingles. I can make them move.
That's impressive. See, that another side talent you have.
There you go, right there.
I'm
going to throw that into my act opening for
There you go. Top. The Circus McGurkus. Andy O'Reilly could join. That's,
How far
did you
they
catch
stick
the
out?
Did you catch the Dr. Seuss reference? Okay. All right. What else is going on? Hey, added sugars increase your risk for heart disease. This is according to the latest study. Those sugars or sweeteners added during processing are especially prevalent in syrups, honey, fruit juice, and vegetable juice. FDA recommends no more than 6% of your dietary intake include added sugars. And again, you kind of touched on this the other day with, the food pyramid being upside down and everything we thought we knew about nutrition was a big giant lie brought on by the sugar industry. That were literally people at Harvard were paid off to say, no, sugar's good back in the 70s. Carbs are good. Bread's good. Again, and I love myself a big ass loaf of bread.
Oh boy.
Don't get me wrong, but I also know it's terrible.
I began the day eating Star Crunches. So
hey, there you go.
I look at it like this. It's a compact version of a bowl of cereal.
There you go. And cereal's awful for you too, but it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Something's gonna kill you eventually.
Right.
Finally, what else is going on? A woman in Michigan now $450,000 richer. The 57-year-old from Sand Lake won the prize on the Michigan Lottery's Big Spin game show, hosted, by the way, by former Detroit Piston John Sally.
That's right.
The woman and her husband plan on purchasing a new truck and then saving the rest. Seems somewhat fiscally responsible, depending on, what kind of truck you're going to buy.
The woman and her husband plan on purchasing Sand Lake. And
yes. And they'll still have about $300,000
and a quarter of Cedar Springs while they're at it. Why not? Because it's right down the street. And oh my God!
Buy a lot in Sparta as well. Why not? What else is going on? Sports. Wisconsin beats Michigan 64-59. The Wolverines fall to 14-12, teetering on not going to the tourney. Michigan State, meanwhile, their game with Minnesota obviously postponed due to the mass shooting on Monday. No word on when that's being rescheduled. Of course, Michigan State still set to play on Saturday night. Tip-off for that game set for 8 o'clock. That's sports.
It is a Valentine's Day question once again. Today's for 1,000, and after yesterday's stunning win, today is going to
You were the only one stunned by that. I was like, Oregon?
I thought the word beaver was going to throw you right into a tizzy.
That's what gave it to me.
Oh, well, see?
That's how I knew.
Yeah. It happened on Valentine's Day.
Ooh, okay.
Speed is a clownish servant to Valentine in this comedy set in Romeo's Town.
Okay, you got to that was not a way to say that answer/question. So say it again, because it was...
Speed is a clownish servant to Valentine in this comedy set in Romeo's Town.
Okay.
That was Dave's way of saying I'm stupid and don't know this one.
No,
so
that's
if I get
not.
a repeat,
it's just, I didn't
I'll
get.
at least, and then I'll clean out my ear.
I didn't understand.
I didn't.
It just
do
sounded,
you understand?
It was clunky.
I can't.
Okay, I'm sorry, but that was clunky. What you did there, and you're a professional broadcaster.
I get that.
Who aspires to replace Pat Sajak on Wheel of Fortune.
I would have his. Listen. I would have his job by now if Vanna could keep her hands off me. I'm a married man.
Look, now that there you go.
I can't put things at risk.
I understand that, but that was here's what's going to bother me is I would have gotten this right if you would have said the question better, but I'm going to take
listen. Nobody on God's green earth would get this one right.
I probably would have.
No,
What's the name of the film? What's the name of it?
Two Gentlemen of Verona.
Oh, you're right. I wouldn't have gotten that one. That's a dumb question.
Why
are we even using that one? Why are we even doing that one? Nobody's ever seen that. Listen, nobody's ever seen it.
I don't pick the questions.
I'm sorry.
I don't pick the questions. Why are you busting my balls?
Because you know what you should have done, honestly?
I should have lobbed you another softball and made your life easier.
Don't lob me a softball. You can make it difficult. Just something that no human being would have gotten because it's a film nobody has ever seen. Not even the people who were in it probably even saw it. And again, it's a little bit of sour grapes because I had no idea.
And honest to God, who said it was a film? Why did you assume it was a film?
You said it was a comedy. It could have been. Maybe it was a TV show.
It could have been.
It was a Broadway play. Maybe it was a. You're right. I don't. See
what I mean? And look at this is what's left of the year.
Okay, I get that. So, we could skip.
And here you are busting on me for coming up with bad questions. Seriously.
I just thought it could have been a little more. I don't know. You set the. Sometimes my expectations of you are too high.
Well, you know what? Sometimes
that's a Dave problem. That's not an Andy problem.
Okay, well, here's what you do. Here's what you do today to get over this. I want you to go to the gym. I want you to wander around naked with your other naked man friends at the gym, and that'll be fun.
No, today's my off day. I worked out yesterday. Today's a day of rest.
Enjoy your day of rest. Here comes the weather.
There you
kid.
go. See ya.
We have a windy Wednesday ahead of us before a storm system arrives on Thursday, likely bringing accumulating snow. So let's look at your forecast, brought to you by Trinity Health. Your weather headlines show we will have a windy day today, like I said, with gusts up to 50 miles per hour, and I'll show you that in just a second. But besides that, the snowy Thursday is looking increasingly likely, with travel impacts as well for Thursday evening, lasting into Friday morning. So looking at those wind gusts, like I said, wind gusts could get up to 50 miles per hour during the day on Wednesday. Here's the map on Wednesday morning showing wind gusts of 42 miles per hour here in Muskegon and 46 in Grand Rapids. So just keep in mind today will be windy before the storm system arrives. Now another thing to note is the rainfall that will likely occur right before sunrise. Now after sunrise will start to dry out but just stay cloudy for the rest of the day. So just be aware there will be some rain showers falling, possibly for your morning commute. Now temperature wise today we will be a lot colder than we were throughout the day on Tuesday, with highs right around 46 to 47 all across Muskegon County. So for your Wednesday, expect a high of 46 with cloudy skies, and like I said, we may have a passing shower right before sunrise, so right before 8 o'clock in the morning or so. Windy conditions will persist much of the day with gusts up to 50 miles per hour, and then overnight going into Thursday will cool down to 28. So speaking of Thursday, this is what the future radar looks like at 4 p.m. Muskegon has a pretty good chance of snow now as the storm is trending colder and colder. So anywhere north of Grand Rapids has the best chance of seeing snow, and then between Grand Rapids and Kalamazoo may see a mix of freezing rain and sleet, and then rain further down south. And you can see by 10 a.m., everyone will eventually turn over to snow as colder air wraps around the backside of this storm, so we'll likely have accumulating snow continuing right through the evening hours and overnight, lasting into Friday morning. So this is basically what the precipitation type is expected to be for most of the storm. Anywhere north of Grand Rapids and Grand Haven will probably see mostly just snow out of this, and then anywhere from Grand Rapids down to Kalamazoo we'll see a mix of precipitation, likely in the form of sleet and freezing rain. So some ice accumulation will be possible across the region, especially just to the south of Muskegon, and then further down south toward the Indiana border, they will likely see mostly rain, but everyone will see snow on the backside of this storm as nightfall occurs. And you can see that on our 7-day forecast, with really the only day having major weather occurring is going to be Thursday with the snowfall, especially here in Muskegon County, and anywhere from 3 to 5 inches of snow looks pretty likely through Friday morning. But in the meantime, we'll be dealing with the winds today, and then after that, some flurries on Friday, with temperatures staying around 40 degrees, with some sunshine possible this weekend. And that's your Wednesday forecast, brought to you by Trinity Health on the Muskegon Channel. And I'm Cole Woods Weather, and enjoy your day today.